It's been a pretty wet week. We're still here at Belmont Hall, and we've moved from the original place we were up to some hard standing. We were on a grass field to begin with, and we're still here waiting to get the MOT done, or waiting for the date to get the MOT. Now you might notice that on the back of the van we normally have bicycles, but we've taken those off, and I've stored them in the little cubby hole there in the garage. And the reason I've done that's in prep for the MOT. Last year when we had the MOT done, the bikes were on and all the cover was over, and we delivered it to the garage. They did their bit, but it failed on the MOT, and the reason they originally gave for the failure, and it does still show up on the MOT history, is that the lights on the bike rack, let me just shut you down a bit there, these lights down here, which replicate all of those lights up there, apparently, well, the MOT station said if these lights are obscured, then that's a failure, even though you're replicating them on the back. I did phone the DVLA about that, and they wanted all sorts of chapter and verse about, what under what section in the manual. And, of course, I'm not an MOT tester, so I don't know. I haven't got the manual, so I didn't know. So I just... But they did pass it without us taking the bike rack off. But they failed it first and then passed it by simply, the guy that took it to the MOT station said, look, if you're going to be that fussy, I'll just take the bike rack off and you can wait here while I do that. And he said, oh, all right then. So they passed it. So to save any of that nonsense, I know we're going to a different MOT station this year, back to our normal one. I don't suppose there'll be an issue, but I thought, well, I don't want there to be an issue, so bikes off the rack in the garage, which has caused us a bit of, well, I've had to take everything out of the garage, rearrange it all in a more orderly fashion. Lucky we've been doing jigsaws lately, because it is like a bit of a jigsaw in there now, pieces fitting in, but the bikes do go in there and everything else has gone in. One thing we can't get in there, as well as the bikes, is the Quest awning, so I'm going to have to temporarily store that on the lounge floor just while it's for the MOT, because we'll rearrange everything as we go.
Some people have been wondering why my arm's so painful. Well, it really got so bad that I couldn't crochet for quite a few days, and the pain is in here. I don't know what it is. I really do not know, but it's absolute killing, and I can't, it goes up to my shoulder and I can't lie on this arm now at night. It's so painful, so I just do a little tiny bit at a time, but it aches all the time I'm doing it. So I don't know if it's osteoarthritis. Well, I know I've got that, but I don't know if that's causing the pain, or it's repetitive, repetitive strain injury, isn't it, or something? Because, so like I'm doing this now, just putting a border on this, I'm just watching Ophelia Talks, and she does an enclosed border where you don't need to sew in all the ends on this blanket. I was going to make this a bit bigger, but I'm just going to finish this off, because there's a certain somebody that wants it, so I want to get it done, and it's going to be a surprise. But it will take me quite a while. Maybe if I do see a doctor, I'll ask them about it.
Following on from last week's video and well, the medical problems that I highlighted, I had another gallbladder flare up, if you hadn't seen last week. So really painful, not as bad and not requiring hospital treatment, but a lot of people have said, well, why don't you have the gallbladder removed then? And it might seem obvious to people that's what I would have done, should have done. However, way back in February, when I was in Spain in hospital, they decided that for whatever reason, and I think things were lost in translation, that it wouldn't be done. There was no need to do it at that time, especially as I was going to go back to England at some point, and they thought it would be better for me to have it done in England. So anyway, it seems that there's no need to do it, and I've always been more inclined to, I suppose, avoid invasive surgery if you don't absolutely have to have it. I mean, if there's another way, then that's probably a better way. Cutting your body open, however small or non-invasive that surgery might seem, it's still an, quotes, unnatural thing to do. So you should avoid it, and that's where I've been. That's why I'm thinking, well, if it doesn't bother me, then I'll just continue with the good diet, and I'll go that way, and hopefully it won't ever trouble me again. Well, unfortunately, because of the travelling and the rush and all the rest of it, and not being able to go shopping properly during the pandemic thing across Europe, we couldn't have fresh vegetables. They were tinned, and I was eating a lot of dried foods and pastas, and not what I was told should be my diet, for whatever reason. And then it flared up. So I've spoken to my GP, and she has said, well, you really should have it removed, because if it continues to happen, then there can be other complications. And I suppose if it continues to happen, my thoughts are that if I felt confident that it was not going to happen again, I probably wouldn't bother to have it removed. However, I'm not confident that it won't happen again, and it really stresses me out thinking, are you going to wake up in the middle of the night having eaten something that unknowingly your body's going to start to say, well, you shouldn't have eaten that, in massive pain, and have to call an ambulance on it. That stresses me out. I don't want that situation. I've not been feeling that way since February, but now it's happened again. I do feel that way, and I'm very worried about it. So I'm going to have it removed, and the agreement with my GP is that as soon as we get back into the GP's area, Sussex, which is where our GP is, I'm going to go, she said come and see me as soon as you get back. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to book an appointment next week, so for the week after. So we'll get that. I'll have a chat and get a surgical referral, and then we'll wait. And I would go for the laparoscopy, the keyhole surgery, rather than the open surgery. Keyhole surgery, it's the same day in and out. I think might have to stay overnight if you were late in the day. It's a general anaesthetic. You go in early morning, prod some probes in, take the gallbladder out, stitch you all up, recovery, go home, and then take it easy for 2 weeks. So, we're going to need to be parked up somewhere for 2 weeks minimum, probably 3 weeks, and then I'll be able to drive, because won't be able to drive for 2 weeks, won't be able to do much at all. After a couple of days walking, exercise, no real stress and strain on the scarring or the and hopefully they'll use dissolvable stitches, and then I should be able to be on a normal diet, although they do recommend of course a healthy diet, limited fat, low fat, that sort of stuff. It's Thursday morning. What does that mean?
MOT and repairs. Thank God at last.
Repairs today.
Oh, we waited so long.
MOT tomorrow. It seems like forever. But there you are. We're on our way. It's only 10 minutes down the road, but it is, what is it, 7:30 now in the morning. Be there at 8, and then they got it for today and tomorrow. We're staying in a hotel tonight. Well, we're here at A&E Leisure. I've handed the keys over. The van's just here, and we're gonna leave it for the day and come back tomorrow. As I say, we're staying in a hotel tonight in Chester, so they've kindly got me a taxi, and which has just arrived, so we better get ourselves going. So we've got the taxi to bring us to Northwich Station, but the trains only run like every 2 hours now, apparently because of the coronavirus. They've cut down on the train, so we've got an hour to wait. But luckily the station, which is just over there beyond those trees, is next to 24-hour Tesco and a Costa Coffee. Well, Costa Coffee's inside the Tesco, so we're going to stop and have a cup of coffee and just enjoy a bit of English summer. There's a beautiful blue sky and a bit chilly, although still wearing a t-shirt. It's not too bad.
Awful lot of security people. I don't know why there's any need for all that, and the police have just gone by. We haven't seen any for months, have we?
No, absolutely.
It's so funny, isn't it?
So we've just arrived in Chester.
There's the police up there.
And we're going to walk into the city centre to find our hotel. We come out of the station and just follow the road straight down City Road. There's a lot of activity. More activity than we've seen for ages, actually, isn't it?
Well, there's someone there, a security man, assisting social distancing.
Yeah.
As you get off the train, and then there's two more.
And I noticed he didn't even have a 2-metre stick.
No. And there's 2 more people assisting, 2 more security guards. I don't know what's going on, and police.
Well, it's a city centre, so they're more aware of. I think they're.
More worried about it.
It spreads more in the city centres than it does in the countryside.
Oh dear, someone smashed all this up now.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Standard city centre. Look at this. All the bus shelter been smashed up. Even the roof. Someone's actually smashed the roof off.
You don't expect that, do you?
You don't expect it.
But there's a lot of tourists here. Look at the tour buses.
Yeah, the tour buses all down.
See.
Well, 2.
No, one over there.
Oh, and there's one opposite as well.
Yeah. And up there I saw one, so there is a few. I'm glad people are coming to Chester.
That's the Westminster Hotel opposite.
Yeah.
There's another hotel, the Queen's Hotel, back there, and another hotel opposite that one as well, so plenty of hotels right near the station.
Oh, what's in there?
Hello.
Welcome to Chester.
Thank you very much. That's a very jolly person.
There, look.
I don't think you knew who. And
It's nice.
nice gates, ornate gates to some sort of estate, I suppose. Yeah, look at that. These little Roman type things and statues in the background there.
This place is
No,
hotel.
might be. There's the Belgrave Hotel there. So we're just going to walk down this way and find the hotel.
It's a nice place to sit.
It's a bit odd. There's a height restriction on a public footpath. Isn't that weird? 8'6". Lucky I'm short, eh? we found a nice canal side walk into the city centre. Signposted this way.
Yeah.
The signpost took you on the roadway, didn't they?
Mm.
But we remember from a while ago that we can walk along the canal and watch the ducks and the
Boats.
and the nice canal boats go by.
Pippin
comes-
likes to walk along away from the traffic.
Yeah.
She's very happy to walk along here. Yes. Oh, someone fishing over there. That's nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
fisherman there. Yeah. There's someone from Scotland. I don't think they've driven that down from Scotland though. Oh yeah.
Look, they've got the one dog there and one dog on the roof in the bed.
Yeah.
And he's got little things so that the dog doesn't fall out.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can buy some duck food there. Look, the blue bear.
And the Blue Bear.
Duck food. Oh, that's nice.
50p for the duck food. Blue Bear Cafe. Hot drinks served, and you can sit outside there. That's very nice. It's a lovely walk along here. It's very peaceful, isn't it?
Very nice indeed.
Look at that. There's a flat for sale over there.
Yeah.
What a nice place to live. Look, overlooking the canal.
They've got parking underneath the flats.
Oh yeah.
So that's handy at a premium sometimes when you get a city centre place.
Yeah.
And only 5 minutes walk from the station, so
Yeah.
it's nice.
So you come up here and over the bridge. There's a roadway here. We go over the bridge here and further along. Oh, Wendy's stopped to look at the map, I think. Have you?
No.
Oh, oh, Pippin wants the toilet. And there's a little bit of grass down here. So we're going to continue on, watching out for the traffic as we cross the road. There's a big wide beam boat there. You often think about canals having narrow boats, but there are also things called wide beams, which are pretty much twice the width of a narrow boat. New cuisine. It might be part of the restaurant there. There seems to be a restaurant there, and that might be a bit of a floating restaurant. That'd be quite nice. Go up and down the canal while you're having dinner. There's some people in there having a lovely time, having their dinner. And there's the Sparkle window cleaners doing their business there. And a very good job. Wendy loves charity shops. And this, Clare House, caring for children in Chester. It's quite a nice shop actually. They're really friendly in there. They had a super dry rucksack that looked pretty good quality, so I thought go in and ask. So we've asked. It's like 15 quid, but it's absolutely brand spanking new. I think it's like bankrupt stock. They get given it from an internet company that don't sell them. So 15 quid for a super dry rucksack. They must be like 45-50 quid. I'll have to look it up. So we've completed our purchases, and Wendy's off down to Hope House now in another charity shop. But I'd just like to say thank you to Neil, Becky and Denise for giving us such a lovely shopping experience in the the Clare House in Chester charity shop. Absolutely brilliant people, and great quality stuff in there. For a charity shop, it's really good quality. So if you're around Chester, come and visit. They're not accepting donations at the moment. They've probably got too much stuff, but I'm sure they'd take money if you wanted to give them money. But come and buy some stuff. And what could be better than stopping at a riverside bar? We got the river just over there, and we're at this little Hickory Smokehouse. That place up there. That's what it is. A Hickory Smokehouse. And we're going to have a little drink, as we're not driving anywhere today. We don't often go out to the pub, do we, Wend?
Haven't been for months.
Months?
Yeah, months. Yes.
Yeah. This is very unusual for us, but a very pleasant change actually, because we've got the lovely blue, fluffy, cloudy sky, typical for English summer. Beautiful, lovely warm weather, and a little breeze going on. It's absolutely stunning here. They've got all the good hickory smoky menu going on, and they've got some Hickory's Pale Ale, exclusively brewed for Hickory Smokehouse. And I've ordered a pint of that. Wendy's having what are you having? A peach?
An apricot and clementine gin with Franklin & Sons elderflower and cucumber tonic. So it does sound very nice. Yes.
That sounds extraordinarily expensive.
It's
How much is it, Wen?
$7.95.
How much?
$7.90. It is actually, yes. Uh-oh.